Hey guys, it's Rob. 347 days until I turn 30. Let's go ahead and get the check-in out of the way, and then I've got just a little bit of stuff to talk about. Um, Weight stayed completely even. Um, I didn't. I've been exercising hard in this period, so I don't know. I didn't kind of think to myself that I was eating particularly badly, but I suppose staying even is better than going up. And I'm still in the middle of editing, but I have a better way to articulate kind of what the editing process is looking like right now. I feel like I have much better kind of wrapped my mind about this, whereas before it was, oh my gosh, there's all these scattered little things, and it's extremely intimidating, and it's like herding cats. Now I kind of have a better, like a broad plan as to my process. The idea being that right now what I'm doing is going through with three windows open on my monitor. Um, my document of the story and each beta reader's document, and I'm just scrolling them all downward at the same time and looking at them all side by side. So anytime there's comments in the beta reading documents, I am looking at those alongside my regular manuscript, which I am then assessing what the beta reader said and fixing or modifying my text based on their recommendations. Assuming I agree and I can see where they're coming from, and you know, upwards of 90 or more percent of the time I can. Because at a certain point, when you produce a certain volume of words, it just becomes a matter of scale. You will, like, let's do some hypotheticals here for a second. Let's say 99% of sentences you write are without error. And let's say the average sentence is 10 words long, just for the sake of argument. It's probably shorter. So with a 68,000 word manuscript, that's maybe 6,800 sentences. And if 1% of those are wrong, that means you've got 68 sentences scattered throughout your manuscript that need to be doctored or repaired in some way. So, you know, it's like, wow, you know, 68 bad sentences, but at a certain point, you produce a volume of writing that's going to leave that much error in there. And so I'm going through and I am literally just running all those manuscripts side by side, the two with the notes and then the one that's mine. And I'm going through and correcting things that are in the moment, non-broad problems, getting those taken care of. Also, as I go, anytime I see a problem that is one of those more broad problems, I'm noting it on my definitive action list. And I'm actually sitting and stopping and thinking about it until I can successfully articulate what's wrong in the manuscript and what the action is going to be to fix it. So that once I get through the manuscript, fixing all the tiny moment-to-moment problems, I will be able to immediately launch into my action list that's got the broad problems and what I declared to be my way I would go about fixing those. So that's the process that's going on right now, and I suspect it shouldn't take a heck of a lot longer to get through the small problem part of the manuscript, and then it's on to the broad problems. I am doing a fair amount of partying this weekend, and as we well know, a couple weeks ago, in the great margarita crisis of early June, um, last time I went out and did any sort of major drinking, it wreaked havoc on my weight. There were certain points, and none of those days were weigh-ins, thank goodness, that my weight spiked upward 7 pounds, which is slightly ridiculous and not necessarily indicative of what is all converted to fat, but still terrifying nonetheless. So tomorrow is when a good amount of that party stuff is happening. And I'm going to try to do the game plan thing. I'm going to try to write down. It's going to be 2 stops throughout the day, and it's going to take up a rather large part of the day. And I'm going to try to basically write a game plan and stick to it. That I'm going to pace the alcohol and have a limit per party on how much alcohol I'm going to consume, and I'm going to have it written down somewhere on my person so I can reference it in the moment. And that will probably make me look like a complete dweeb. but doggone it, I'm going to be a skinny dweeb at the end of this if that's what I have to do. So, desperate times call for desperate measures, huh? That's what you got to do sometimes when you're putting it all together, when you're trying to make a diet work. So on Monday, I plan to come to you and say very positive things about how the weight loss is going. Um, that's the plan of action. That's all I have to say. Thanks as always for watching. Coming into the weekend here, I wish you the best. If you ever do have any questions about the writing stuff, the weight loss stuff, even the video gaming stuff, which is kind of the third pillar. Let's just say games in general, the third pillar: D&D, tabletop games, video games, etc. If you have any questions on any of that kind of stuff, I'd be happy to address them, whether in video or just if it's something super short, I might just handle it in the reply section of the comments. But you're welcome to ask those below if it increases your engagement in the Rob experience here. Yeah, otherwise that's it from me. Go forth and have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. And I'll see you Monday.